Here is the Copia TH series box. Unpack the box and check the accessories. Use wire stripper to strip the negative wire insulation layer to a suitable length. Insert the wire into the negative terminal. Insert the terminal into the negative PV connector and lock the nut. Use wire stripper to strip the positive wire insulation layer to a suitable length. Insert the wire into the terminal. Insert the terminal into the positive PV connector and lock the nut. Strip the positive wire insulation layer to a suitable length. Insert the positive wire into the positive terminal. Insert the positive terminal into the positive battery connector and lock the nut. Strip the negative wire insulation layer to a suitable length. Insert negative wire into the negative terminal. Insert the negative terminal into the negative battery connector and lock the nut. Disassemble the plug connector and unscrew the terminals. Check the terminal. 7485B and 8485A are for meter communication port. Left side port is for BMS communication port and right side port is for meter port. It can also communicate with meter. Use blue cable as 485B, brown cable as 485A. Strip the wire insulation layer to a suitable length. Insert the cable into the corresponding terminal. Use slotted screwdriver to loosen 7 and 8 connector. Insert the cable into the corresponding connector. Tighten the connector 7 and 8 screws and confirm all connected well. Insert BMS communication cable into the terminal. Use network pliers and follow the inverter user manual to make RJ45 terminal. Use network pliers to crimp the RJ45 connector. Check whether the cable color sequence is correct. Insert BMS RJ45 terminal into BMS port. Attach the plug connector to the main body and plug it into the empty hole. Then tighten them. Strip the wire insulation layer of HAC wire to a suitable length. Prepare to connect to the grid terminal. Insert L1 yellow wire into the contactor. Insert L1 yellow wire into L1 port. Use the hex key to crimp the inner wires and tighten them. Insert L2 green wire into L2 port. Use the hex key to crimp the inner wires and tighten them. Follow terminal port mark and connect them in order. And check the color sequence is correct. Insert the main cable body into the rubber insulator and tighten them. Strip the wire insulation layer of each grid wire to a suitable length. Prepare to connect the grid terminal. Insert L1 yellow wire into the contactor. Insert L1 yellow wire into L1 port. Use the hex key to crimp the inner wires and tighten them. Insert L2 green wire into L2 port. Use the hex key to crimp the inner wires and tighten them. Follow terminal port mark and connect them in order, and check the color sequence is correct. Fasten the mounting bracket to the wall. Hang the inverter on the mounting bracket. Tighten the safety screw. Unplug the PV and the bat protectors and insert the PV wires. Follow the port mark to plug battery and PV connectors in order. Unplug the grid and EPS protectors and insert the AC wires and EPS wires and lock them. Insert the communication cable and you will hear a click if you finish the connection. Connect the ground wire and tighten them. When connecting these cables, please confirm all switches are off. Install the 3-phase power meter. Connect the 3-phase power cables to grid side in sequence. Follow the terminal port mark. Connect 3-phase power cables, neutral cable and jumper cable in order and tighten them well. Connect meter communication cable on port 21 485A and 22 485B and tighten them well. Check the arrow inside the CT and install the CT sensor connected to port 5-6 on phase A. The CT arrow shall point to load's direction, and then install CT sensor connected to port 7-8 on phase B. Last, install CT sensor connected to port 9-10 on phase C. Before powering on, check that all wiring is done correctly. Power on the battery box. Turn on the PV breaker and PV switch on inverter. Turn on grid breaker, inverter grid breaker and load breakers. Turn on EPS breaker and EPS load breakers. Connect the Wi-Fi dongle. Scan QR code. eCactus provides Echo's hub for installers to finish the on-site commissioning.